All right, welcome everyone. I am excited that you're interested in learning a little bit about what we do as coaches. So, for anyone new to Beachbody and what Beachbody actually is, so we are an online health and wellness company. So, we have top of the line at home workout programs and nutrition plans, nutrition programs, recipes, a meditation program, and it's all housed on an app that you can access through your smart TV, your phone, your iPad, whatever sort of type of device you have. But essentially, the platform is like Netflix, only it's for health and wellness. And we are coaches that work for Team Beachbody, and we help other women get started, or men. We help people get started with a health and fitness program that works for them, and we support them. And that sort of is what Beachbody is. It's a health and wellness company. It's been around for 20 plus years. And we just have some of the best trainers involved in this company, and lots of amazing coaches. So we are just passionate about helping other people, but also really focusing on our own personal journey. So my name is Megan. I am one of the leaders on this team, and I have been a coach for about 6 years. So where my story started was, about 6, 7 years ago. I was a mom of three at that time. I was a registered nurse working basically full-time hours. And I was also solo parenting because my husband was working out west on the pipeline, and he would be gone for about 3 months at a time, and then home for 4 weeks, and then gone again for 3 months, home for 4 weeks. And we were living that sort of lifestyle for a couple of years. And so while my life was extremely busy and I felt overwhelmed some days with everything that was happening and going on in our life, and looking after these, three kids who were basically like 4, 5 and under, I felt like there was something missing in my life. And I felt very unfulfilled. I felt very lonely, even though I was surrounded by children all day long. But I really just felt like there was something missing, but I didn't know what to do about that. And I just had sort of convinced myself, like, well, this is motherhood. This is adult life. This is real life now, Megan. It's not supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be hard, and you're supposed to be exhausted, and you're supposed to feel kind of blah all day. And that's like, welcome to life. And I just accepted that and, went about my merry way. But the thing is, I was feeling so unhealthy. I was actually very thin, probably thinner than I am right now, but I was unhealthy. I had no energy. I felt extremely bloated and uncomfortable. I was not eating proper foods. I was surviving off of coffee and, grilled cheese crusts and goldfish that I would find on the floor. And I wasn't taking care of myself. And I definitely was not making myself a priority whatsoever. And something kind of clicked in me and knew that that was no way to be parenting, and that was no way to be showing up for my family. So I got involved in Beachbody at first because I needed help. I needed help from my coach to get started with some, a healthy eating plan and a workout program, and, just something for myself. And even though I told myself I was way too busy to commit to an actual workout program and, follow along to a T, I just gradually made some small changes to my own lifestyle and started to create some little routines for myself. And over time, I started to feel so much better. And even within my first couple of weeks of getting started with Beachbody, I couldn't believe how much better I felt. I couldn't believe how much more energy I had. And like a little spark for life came back into me. And that was affecting how I was parenting. It was affecting how I was treating my husband, and basically how I was treating everyone else in my life. But I was finally going to bed at the end of the day feeling excited and happy and fulfilled. And then also waking up feeling excited instead of feeling like that whole groundhog day over and over and over again, same thing, different shit, basically. So very quickly, I started to get this burning desire to help other women, because I knew that if I could do this, if me being, the busiest person on earth, quote unquote, because we all love to, wear that title with a badge of honor. I knew that if I could do it and if I could make these changes, then surely everybody else could. And that there really should be no reason for anyone walking around unhealthy and unhappy. And that became my mission, to show women just how simple living a healthy lifestyle could be. So I started sharing that with some friends, started sharing it with family. I started posting online, and I was having so much fun. I was connecting with new women, and slowly but surely, I began to find other women who also had the same passion and who wanted to do the same thing as me. Now, fast forward, we're pregnant with our fourth baby, and, life is starting to look a lot different. I'm feeling great. We're all happy. But the realization that when my mat leave was up, I was going to have to go back to work full time as a nurse, that was like a sickening thought to me. I had always wanted 4 children, and I had them. And now I was going to go and work at the hospital and spend more time at the hospital being a nurse than I was going to be spending at home being a mom. And I was not okay with that reality. That reality made me sick. It made me stay up at night thinking, this is not what I want. I do not want to have to leave my babies. And at the same time, we were living paycheck to paycheck. We were, doing fine, but we definitely weren't getting ahead in our life. And we had all of these dreams and visions and things we wanted to do in our future and to our home and for our kids. And I had no idea how we were going to get there doing what we were doing, because I was already at the top of the pay scale. At the time, my husband was making as much as he would be making. And the only way for me to earn more was to work more hours, pick up more overtime, work more weekends, work more night shifts and holidays. That was the only option that I thought I had at that moment. And that, again, that wasn't what I wanted. That was the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted to be at home. I wanted freedom. I wanted to be able to dream big and actually do the things that I envisioned doing as an adult and having as an adult. I knew that this opportunity existed because I was dabbling in it. I was helping other people. I saw other women having great success in this business and really earning a substantial income. And I just decided, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it too. Why not? Why can't I do it? And so I did what most people won't do. And I just decided to go all in on a network marketing business. And I dug my heels in, and I found such a passion for helping other women, not just in their health and fitness, but also to help them build a business from home so that they could start to create the same level of freedom that I had created. So 6 years later, my life looks completely different than it did. I am healthier than I've ever been in my entire life. I am happier. I feel fulfilled. I feel excited almost every day waking up because of this business. This business has opened doors for me. It has allowed me to travel to incredible places around the world. And the income potential, the income opportunity, what it's done for our family is just something that I'm forever grateful for, because now, instead of having to work as a nurse, I get to work as a nurse, and I get to decide how often I want to work and when I want to work. And I don't have to work full time. I can work very, very part time. And it's only because I actually love it still. I don't have to work because we need the paycheck from the hospital. So that, is sort of my story in a little bit of a nutshell, very condensed version of the past 6 years. But, this business can be completely life-changing in whatever way you want it to be. Not everyone wants to build a, 6-figure business, and that is totally okay. Maybe you just want to be in this business because you want your own accountability for your own journey, and you just want to get healthy and fit. That's totally fine. Maybe you just want the discount on our products. Amazing. Maybe you want to make a little bit of extra money here and there, an extra couple $100s a month to help out, or an extra $500 a month. Whatever it looks like to you, we can help you get there. and we will mentor you in whatever your goals are. So there's no requirement, there's no obligation with this business. It is literally a platform for you to become your best self. So that's just kind of my story in a little bit of a nutshell. I'm going to pass it over to Brianne, and she's going to share a little bit about her story as well. And I will just put a little disclaimer here that you don't have to be a mom of 4 to join our team, even though we do have a lot of moms of 4 kicking around.
I think that's how I initially found you, Megan. I probably typed in like mama 4 who isn't dying with 100 kids. My name is Brianne McKenzie. I am mom of 4, like I said, and I'm also a teacher for students with special needs. And I'm currently on maternity leave with baby number 4, with just a few months left before I head back to work. And my journey kind of started probably about 2.5 years ago when I was on maternity leave with baby number 3. I've always wanted to be a mom my whole life. And I was sitting there in the morning knowing, like, being woken up by the demands of my kids, drinking 100 cups of tea, picking up the Cheerios that they have shoved in the couch to eat, and really being like, feeling like I had no energy, no patience for my kids, and knowing that, like, even though I wanted to be a mom my whole life, this is not how I envisioned it. And this isn't what they deserved from me. And so I was sitting there and I knew I needed a change. And I just was like, I don't have the energy. I'm too tired to even think about doing workout or move my body, but I just know that's actually what I need to do. So one of the late nights when I was up nursing one of my kids, I was scrolling Facebook and I saw this other mom of 4 that was very much thriving in her life. And I was just surviving. And I thought, okay, whatever the heck she's doing, I need that, because like something needs to change. This can't be our forever long-term situation here. So I reached out, and Megan helped me along with getting started with a fitness and nutrition program. And I was the queen of like starting all the things. I would have the motivation to get started. I would jump in with both feet, and I would get that initial high to ride that wave. And then pretty soon life would pop up and I would go, let it go by the wayside. My health and wellness was always the first thing to go when life popped up. I was the queen of like getting the $30 membership at the yoga studio for unlimited a month and going for like a week, or that, gym membership, whatever. I tried it all. So I was really hesitant at first to commit to something else, because I'm like, okay, what's going to be different this time? Why am I going to actually follow through with this and be consistent where I hadn't the last time? And I came to realize that the way that happens is by having accountability and support. So yeah, when you join our wellness club, we give you accountability and support and challenges that are ongoing. And it was great. I was coming to the end of my 80-day challenge, and I thought, okay, so in order for me to continue this, I need something else that's going to help me to show up every day. Because yeah, I've done it for myself. I got some results and stuff that I'm loving, but how am I going to keep this going when life comes up, when I go back to work, when when my kids are sick and they're not sleeping and things like that. So I found that Megan asked me if I was interested in coaching. And at first I was like, coaching? Are you crazy? Like, I can barely show up for myself. And the more she explained it, the more I found out about it, I realized at the foundation of what we do as coaches is taking care of ourselves first. We literally get paid to take care of ourselves and then share that with other people and invite them to do it along with us. And I don't know about you, but for me, I need that accountability to have somebody to show up for, so that I come and show up for myself. So I think above and beyond all of what we're talking about, at the very foundation, like, there's nothing better than having a reason to actually do this, right? I always used to say, oh, if I had a personal chef to cook my meals, I would eat properly. Well, no, that's not the case. You need a reason to show up every day. And that's what this business gives us, I think, at the very foundation of it. So I was loving the products that I was having. I'm having my shake right now. It's been a standard in my life ever since. But I was like, you know what? I'm on my maternity leave. I need a way to pay for some of these things. I am a girl who was not about to give up a deal. Like, I need a discount. And that's what initially what attracted me to coaching as well, is you get a discount for those products that I'm using all the time. So I thought, okay, well, why not? I might as well get the discount. And then doors started to open up. I started to see perspectives and examples of things that I didn't even think, first of all, that would attract, I would be interested in, but second of all, that was even possible for me. So I never came into this business thinking I was, going to make an income. I was going to, create possibilities for my family. I literally started this because I needed a way to show up and stay consistent, and I needed a discount. And that, at the end of the day, like, that is where it starts for so many of us. And it's just that there are possibilities to go further if you want to. But if you are thinking that maybe you need a way to make sure that you don't quit this time, or to create some healthy habits in your life to actually make this a lifestyle and see that sustainable action in your life, that's what this business gives us. Because we, as leaders on your team, we have systems in place that teach you how to make your health and your wellness a priority in your busy day. Like, no one's more busy than Megan and I with 100 kids and jobs. And we have developed a way to teach you guys how to not only create consistency and follow through with your health and wellness through this business, but also to allow opportunity for you to take this and run with it however you see fit. So we teach you on our team how to do that. We work from a simple list. We give you the skills, the techniques, the systems to really do that if you want to, but there's no pressure. And the best part about it is that the opportunity is always there. So like I said, I'm headed back to work in a couple months as a teacher, and I now am able to go back to work and have the possibility and the freedom to do the things and the flexibility for my family. Like, being able to wake up and not have to rush out the door with 4 kids in the morning. This business has created a little bit of flexibility in that area, or being able, on the weekend, it's March break here, we can't travel, but we were able to take the kids to a hotel for the weekend just to have a different change of scenery. And before this business, that stuff was not possible. So like I said, the possibilities are endless, and you can choose to run with it or choose to have it serve you in a way to keep you consistent and accountable. But either way, there is no downside, because it is only serving us. And at the foundation, it requires us to show up for ourselves, develop ourselves, and grow. So I think that's kind of it in a nutshell.
I love that. And actually, this just like brought back a memory for me. And I haven't really spoken about this in like so long because it happened so long ago. But when you were just mentioning about, going to the hotel with your family, back, I remember sort of my first like few months of coaching, or even like my first 6 months of coaching. I can't remember. It was early on, and I was starting to make a little bit of an income. And it's not that we were hard off with our money. It's just all of our money was going somewhere. It was allocated, and there was a certain amount left that we could do stuff with, but it was all spoken for, and all of our needs were met, and we were living a great life. But it was all very, very tight and very calculated. And I had a couple kids in school at that time, and they had a hot lunch program where you could buy, like, your kids could order hot lunch once a week. And I hadn't ever done it because I didn't make it a priority, because I was like, gosh, like, that's extra money. Like, it's not the cheapest stuff, it's extra. And I never made it a priority. And then all of a sudden I was like, but I can now. Like, I'm making this extra income. I can actually put my kids in the hot lunch program. And, for some, it's probably like, okay, big deal, big whoopee. But that was a big deal for me. That was a really big deal, being able to fill out that hot lunch order form and send that off with my kids, knowing that all month long they were going to get these hot lunches. Like, that was just a really big win for me. And, it's easy to forget about those things especially, when you look at somebody who's maybe 6 years into the business, and her wins are different now than they were 6 years ago. But we all start somewhere, and we all start, at the bottom, and we work our way to a place in this business that we want to go. But the important thing is to remember is, like, I had a team of 0 people at one point, and then I had a team of 1 person, and I helped one person with their health and fitness, and then I helped another person with their health and fitness. And I've been able to do that hundreds of times with hundreds of women, and created a whole team of it. So yeah, go ahead,
And
Brian.
I was just going to say, Megan, and you did that while working on yourself. You didn't get to a place where you were waiting to be at your goal. You just took action. And I think that's the important part. Oh my gosh, this is a good.
She's like your little cheer squad. I love it. Okay, Charm, I'm going to just pass it over to you. So Charm is a new coach on our team, and I just think it's so important to have sort of a little perspective from somebody new, somebody who's not been in this for very long. And just, you can share a little bit about your story and why you got involved, and even just what this has brought to your life in the past, several weeks of you being part of this team and this community. So I'm going to pass it over to you.
Okay, thanks. So my name is Charm Meng. I'm a mom of 2 girls, only 2 kids. I'm also on my second maternity leave, but I am going back to work in just 2 weeks as a full-time teacher as well. So I guess I've been a Beachbody customer for, I think, over 3 years now. Well, since my first, I've always been one to have the motivation and the drive to work out, but I never really knew what I was doing. Like, I would go to the gym, I would follow workouts and stuff, but I never really knew what I was doing. But after my first daughter, I started to follow a program, and it felt so good. Like, I felt like I was actually getting results. I was feeling good. I was following the nutrition. Like, I actually felt good. And then I went back to work, and I just kept being a customer, and it was really good. I feel like I was slowly not needing the accountability anymore. I would kind of just wake up in the morning and show up, and just felt good. But then with my second, it was peak COVID when I had her. So I felt like I struggled at the beginning, because I felt, especially at the beginning for 2 months, I couldn't share my happiness of my new baby, because we didn't really know what COVID was, right? So for the first 2 months, no one seen her, no one carried her. It was, I don't know, it was just difficult, I guess. Different than your first, right? Because you're just so excited, and you do all these fun mom things and mom dates. And so I felt like I needed something to keep going, something to, occupy my time in a different way to make me feel good. So I actually started off being an activewear rep for Zaya. Someone approached me, and I was like, you know what, I just need to do something. I need to say yes to something. And it's been super good. However, I felt like when I started it, I wanted it to be a way to motivate, inspire people, and all that stuff. But I feel like I was kind of in the wrong industry to do that because, it kind of goes with working out. But anyways, so then Megan approached me and asked me, kind of like you, Brian, if I wanted to coach. And at first I was like, no, I've always been that girl with just the low confidence. I've always had the motivation and the drive, but just really scared of what people thought, right? How am I going to put myself out there on social media? People are going to judge me. I can't do it. But then when you asked, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I'm going to do it. This is what I want to do. I have a passion for helping out, motivating, inspiring. I love doing it. I just need to get that fear out of my head of people are judging me in a wrong way, because maybe they are, maybe they're not, but that's just always been my big thing. So I feel during this past maternity leave, I've been working a lot on myself. It started with the whole Rachel Hollis thing. I read her books and was like on fire, felt like I could be an author, felt like I could just do it all. So it was kind of just like the starting point. And it's just been super good since then. Like I feel like I look up a lot to you, Megan, and I try to like implement a lot of things that you are talking about, like your podcasts, and just like trying to follow the right people, the people that inspire me. And I kind of just want to be that person for other people as well. So, like I mentioned, I've only been at this for a few weeks now, I guess. I have 6 people on my team, I think, and it's like I'm starting my first challenge group on the 22nd. So we're gonna see how that goes. But I've been putting myself out there, and it's been scary, very scary, but I'm doing it. So I feel like I'm proud of myself, and it's all thanks to you guys. So yeah, I'm also a little worried about how it's all gonna go when I go back to work, but if you guys can do it, I think I can too. So yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, and I mean it does change. It's one thing to work this business when you're home each day, but there are so many women on our team who are working full time and still are making this business work because we all have pockets of time. We all have time in our day where we spend way too much time scrolling Facebook and Instagram that we probably ever want to admit, or watching Netflix. And it was just as simple as swapping out those times to work the business, because when it's something that you feel so passionate about and you enjoy so much, it's never an issue of like, I can't find time to work this business, because we will always find time for the things that we really enjoy and the things that are important to us. So it's never a matter of like, oh, I don't have time in my day to do this. Then it's not something that is even that important to you. So yeah, it's and I know that for you, Charm, you'll find time because it is important to you. I'm just going to talk very quickly about how we actually earn an income, because of course, hearing all of these lovely stories of success and, motivation and finding our passion. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, but how do you actually change your life with this in a financial way? So in the very beginning, there's lots of different ways for you to start earning an income. But in the beginning, the way that you will generate an income is through your sales. So through helping people get started with a fitness program, products, nutrition plans. Everything that you sell has a commission attached to it, and it's anywhere in between 25 and 40%. So you can actually start to make a pretty decent income right off the bat. Like from the moment you sign up as a coach, you can start generating an income if you want. And you can make a substantial income just this way. However, if you want to start to really create sort of a life-changing income, you will want to grow a team. And you don't have to grow a team right away. You don't ever have to grow a team. But if you have some big, lofty goals that you want to hit, growing a team is how you are going to get there. And some coaches start right off the gates building a team, and other people wait 6 months. Other people wait a couple years before they're like, okay, I want to do this. But we will work with you based on what your goals are. And when you start to build a team, you will be able to earn a weekly team cycle bonus. So this bonus is dependent on how well your team is doing, and that will be added to your paycheck every week. And then there's another bonus that we are able to receive, and it's called a Star Diamond bonus. And this is for qualifying coaches in the network. So coaches who have sort of a higher rank, and it's a quarterly bonus that's paid out. And these bonuses range anywhere from $800 to $43,000. And there are several coaches on our team who actually receive these bonuses every quarter. So there's definitely no cap to your income potential in this business. So, for anybody who works, in a job and doesn't work for themselves necessarily, you likely have a cap. If you're a teacher, if you're a nurse, there's a top of the pay scale, and it doesn't matter how hard you work, how good you are at what you do, how much passion you have, you will never earn more than what somebody else has decided for you. And the reason why I love this business is because you will earn what you want to earn and what you put into this. So if you want to be earning a 6-figure income, that is completely possible. That really wasn't possible for me as a nurse unless I was willing to work a ton of overtime. So the sky is the limit, and you get to decide what your income, what you want your income to be. So those are just kind of very briefly little ways that you can start to earn an income, but you can start earning an income right from day one or never. It's completely up to you. If you just want to be part of this business for the accountability and the community and the support and the discount, and just the extra perks that come with being a coach, totally, totally awesome. And we will always work with you based on what your goals are. And we will always meet you, where you're at and help you to go where you want to go. So any questions, that you have, you can definitely reach out to the person who invited you to this little webinar. We are open book, so you can ask us anything. And I'm just really excited to see who is going to be joining our team. So that is all for now. I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and we'll talk soon.